Joseph Stalin was one of the most influential and feared leaders of the 20th century. He was born on December 18, 1878, in Gori, a small town in present-day Georgia. His childhood was difficult. His father was abusive, and his family lived in poverty. Stalin was originally named Iosef Vissarionis Dzhugashvili. As a young man, he studied at a religious seminary but was expelled. During this time, he became interested in revolutionary ideas and joined the movement inspired by Karl Marx. He later joined the Bolshevik faction led by Vladimir Lenin. Stalin worked underground, organizing strikes, spreading propaganda, and even participating in bank robberies to support the revolution. In 1917, the Russian Revolution changed the course of history. The Bolsheviks took control, and Russia eventually became the Soviet Union. After Lenin's death in 1924, a power struggle began. Stalin slowly outmaneuvered his rivals, including Leon Trotsky, and became the supreme leader. Once in power, Stalin aimed to rapidly industrialize the Soviet Union. He introduced 5-year plans, which focused on heavy industry like steel, coal, and machinery. These plans helped turn the Soviet Union into a global superpower. However, his agricultural policy, known as collectivization, forced millions of farmers to give up their land and join state-controlled farms. This led to widespread famine, especially in regions like Ukraine, where millions died. Stalin ruled with an iron fist. During the Great Purge of the 1930s, he eliminated anyone he considered a threat. Military leaders, government officials, and ordinary citizens were arrested, exiled, or executed. Fear spread throughout the country. Millions were sent to labor camps known as gulags, where they faced harsh conditions and forced labor. During World War II, Stalin played a key role. At first, he signed a pact with Adolf Hitler, but in 1941, Germany invaded the Soviet Union. This marked a turning point. Under Stalin's leadership, the Soviet Union fought back fiercely. The Battle of Stalingrad became one of the deadliest battles in history and a major victory for the Soviets. Eventually, Soviet forces helped defeat Nazi Germany in 1945. After the war, Stalin expanded Soviet influence across Eastern Europe, leading to tensions with Western countries. This period marked the beginning of the Cold War. Joseph Stalin died on March 5, 1953. After his death, many of his crimes were revealed, and his successors began to reverse some of his harsh policies. Today, Stalin's legacy remains controversial. Some remember him as a strong leader who built a powerful nation, while others see him as a dictator responsible for immense human suffering. After the end of World War II, Joseph Stalin emerged as one of the most powerful leaders in the world. The Soviet Union had suffered massive losses, but it also gained strength and influence. Stalin established control over Eastern European countries such as Poland, Hungary, and East Germany. These nations became part of a Soviet-controlled region known as the Eastern Bloc. This expansion created tension between the Soviet Union and Western countries like the United States. It marked the beginning of the Cold War, a long period of political and military rivalry between two global powers. Stalin ruled with strict control even after the war. He increased censorship, limited freedom, and continued to monitor citizens closely. Anyone suspected of opposing him could face imprisonment or worse. Despite the fear, the Soviet Union continued to grow as a superpower. It developed nuclear weapons in 1949, increasing global tensions even further. In his final years, Stalin became more paranoid. He trusted fewer people and launched new purges against those he suspected of disloyalty. On March 5, 1953, Joseph Stalin died after suffering a stroke. His death marked the end of an era. After his passing, new Soviet leaders, especially Nikita Khrushchev, began a process called de-Stalinization. They openly criticized Stalin's actions and tried to reduce the harsh policies he had enforced. Many prisoners were released from labor camps, and some freedoms were gradually restored. Today, historians continue to debate Stalin's legacy. He played a key role in shaping the 20th century, but his leadership also caused immense suffering. His story remains a powerful reminder of how leadership can shape the fate of millions, for better or for worse. Joseph Stalin's legacy is one of the most debated in modern history. To some, he was a leader who transformed the Soviet Union into a powerful industrial nation. To others, he was a ruthless dictator responsible for the suffering and death of millions. Under Stalin's rule, the Soviet Union rose from a largely agricultural society into a global superpower. His policies strengthened industry, expanded military power, and played a crucial role in defeating Nazi Germany during World War II. However, this progress came at a very high human cost. Events like the Great Purge, forced collectivization, and the widespread use of labor camps, known as gulags, left deep scars in history. Millions of innocent people lost their lives, their freedom, and their families. After Stalin's death, leaders like Nikita Khrushchev exposed many of these crimes. This led to a shift in how Stalin was viewed, both inside and outside the Soviet Union. Even today, opinions about Stalin remain divided. In some places, he is remembered for his role in building a strong nation and defeating enemies. In others, he is remembered as a symbol of oppression and fear. Historians continue to study his life to understand how one man could hold such immense power and what lessons can be learned from it. The story of Joseph Stalin teaches us about the dangers of absolute power, the importance of human rights, and the impact a single leader can have on the world. In the end, Stalin's life is not just a story of power, but a story of choices, consequences, and history that still echoes today.